Good morning, all of you. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the benefits and drawbacks of a database management system as well as the types of database. In previous lecture, we have seen what are the drawbacks of file system. Now, in this lecture, we are going to discuss what are the benefits of database. So, very first benefit is control data redundancy. As you know that redundancy means duplication of a data. So it is one of the problem that we face in case of file system, but it is being overcome in the database by using the concept of integrity constraint. So to avoid the duplication of data, we can use unique constraint that is available in the database, which help us to avoid the repetition of data to be added to the database. Then second one is enforcing of data integrity. See, maintaining the integrity of data is very important thing, and which we cannot do in case of a file system. But in case of a database, a set of integrity constraint is being provided through which we can restrict the user from inserting invalid data into a table. That data can be syntactically correct but semantically wrong. I will give simple example. You know that the percentage of the student can be the value can be from 1 to 100. So in that case, suppose student is going to add the value 110, that value is syntactically correct but semantically wrong. So this thing you can control in case of a database by using integrity constraint. Next benefit is data sharing. So data stored in the database can be shared among multiple user as well as the application program. Then next benefit is ease of application development. By using any programming language, you can develop a GUI, and then it can attach with the database. So for database, you can develop a many application program. Then next benefit is data security. So as we have seen that in case of a file system, you may face a problem of security, but in case of a database, this problem is not there. Means if we compare file system with database, then we can say that database is more secure. And if we talk about the security, Oracle is most secure database as compared to any other database. Generally, in case of a database, physical location of the particular table is totally hidden from the user as compared to the file system. Then next benefit is multiple user interfaces. Your database can provide two types of user interface. One is a command user interface and graphical user interface. Both the interfaces are available when you are using a database. The next benefit is backup and recovery. So as compared to file system, database provides a mechanism of taking the backup and recovery of a database, and which is very important thing for many applications. Suppose we take an example of a bank. In that case, they are not afford to lose 1 second data also. So in that case, database is very much beneficial because it has mechanism of taking backup as well as to recover data which is lost just because of a number of reason. And last benefit of database is concurrent access to the database. Database can control access to same data item by multiple user at the same time by means of concurrency control mechanism. And just because of this concurrency control mechanism, database can able to handle concurrent access. Its very good example is of joint account. In case of a joint account, two person not able to withdraw the money at the same time from two different ATM. There is a fraction of second difference between transaction performed by the two person. So all this thing is possible just because of concurrency control mechanism given by the database. So these are the various benefits of database. Next is, at the same time, database also may have few we can say there are few downside for database also. What is that? First one is database system are complex and difficult and time consuming to design. See, as compared to file system, we can say that database is somehow complex and it required a time. Means if we take an example, in case of file system, suppose any student, for example a particular student is there who is in the class 5th. so he can easily create a word file and make a table. But suppose he want to create a table by using any database, so it required a knowledge. So in that sense we can say that database system is somehow complex as compared to file system. Next one is, it required substantial hardware and software startup cost. See, in order to use a database, you require some kind of hardware. Suppose we talk about Oracle. Oracle is somehow heavy software. Suppose you want to use Oracle, at least you require 2 GB of RAM for smooth functioning of your Oracle. That means hardware cost is involved. But suppose you are using file system, then this kind of issue is not there. That's why we can say that whenever we are using database, some kind of substantial hardware and software cost is involved into it. Next drawback, or you can say problem with the database, is that damage to database affect virtually all application program. As we know that GUI, we can develop a GUI by using any programming language, then that GUI can be connected with the database. Suppose there is a change in the database, or suppose database gets lost, any change will make, so it will affect the application program. Next one is extensive conversion cost in moving from file system to database system. Suppose any organization or firm is there who is currently working in working with file system. Now they want to shift to the database. So always there is a cost involved to transfer from one platform to another. Then initial training is required for all programmer and user. See, in order to use a file system, means that intensive training is not required. But in order to use a database, you required a knowledge of SQL. Suppose we talk about relational database, then in that case you required a knowledge of SQL, that is structure query language. So these are few drawbacks of a file system. Now we are going to discuss about classification of database, or we can say types of database. So here basically we classify our database based on two criteria. First is based on data model and second one is based on architecture. So based on data model, it is being divided into four types: hierarchical, network, relational and object oriented. And based on architecture, centralized and distributed. So one by one we'll discuss all these things. So first we discuss classification based on data model. So what is a data model? So data model will tell you what kind of data structure you use for storage of a data, means what kind of data structure is attached. If we consider hierarchical, it will make use of tree. Network data structure, it will make use of graph. Then relational database will make use of a table, and object oriented database will make use of object. So one by one we'll discuss this. First of all, here you can observe hierarchical database. Hierarchical database make use of a data structure called as a tree. So in case of tree, you can find one to many kind of relationship. Here you can observe this sales representative is attached with customer 1, also with customer 2. So in this way, in hierarchical database, tree data structure is used. Then we discuss few points about hierarchical database. Hierarchical database is one of the oldest database model. It was means whenever first type database was evolved, at that time hierarchical database was invented. Then in this case, data is organized in the form of tree like structure. Here one to many kind of relationship will be there, and one of the example for hierarchical database is IMS, which was developed by IBM. So there are few benefits of hierarchical databases. It is somehow simple. Data security, if we compare existing file system with hierarchical database, then we can say that it is somehow secure and it is more efficient as compared to file system. But at the same time, it also have few drawbacks. Implementation complexity is there as compared to file system. It is somehow complex to implement, and lack of structural independence. That means change in the structure also result in change in the application. So these are the drawbacks for hierarchical database. After hierarchical database, next type is network database. So the specialty of network database is that it will make use of a data structure called as a graph. In hierarchical we have seen it make use of tree, and network database will make use of a graph. So this model has a greater flexibility than hierarchical model for handling complex relationships, and as compared to hierarchical database, it has many to many kind of relationship. One of the example for network database is IDS. So there are few benefits are there for network database. It is somehow simple as compared to hierarchical database. It is capable to handle more relationship. In case of tree we have one to many, but here we have many to many kind of relationship. Ease of database access or ease of data access as compared to tree, but few problems are also there: system complexity and absence of structural independence. So these are the two drawbacks of network database. The next one is relational database. Relational database is a more popular database as compared to hierarchical and network, just because of its use of table to store the data. As we have seen, hierarchical database will make use of tree, network database will make use of graph, but as compared to this, relational database will make use of a table. So table is very simple kind of structure which consists of set of rows and columns. So if we compare all these three types, then we can say that relational database is more popular as compared to previous two, because it stores their data in the form of table. So what are the benefits are there for relational database? Main benefit is that it is somehow simple as compared to hierarchical and network one, and it make use of primary key to uniquely identify the record. Every record or every row stored in the table is uniquely identified by using a concept of primary key. Primary key is that key which help us to uniquely identify every record from the table. There are various examples are there for relational database. Here I have mentioned Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL and Sybase. These are few examples of relational database. Out of this, Oracle is most secure database as compared to other databases. Then it has few benefits. Ease of use. Information kept in table can be accessed very easily as compared to tree and graph. Flexibility. Data from the table can be extracted easily as compared to tree and graph. It is more secure. Then structural independence is also there, and conceptually it is simple as compared to tree and the graph. But one downside for RDBMS is that when a huge amount of multimedia data, audio, video, such kind of data is there, that means we talk about big data, then it faces some kind of problem. So to overcome this, we have another kind of database, that is object oriented database. It stores their data in the form of object. Okay, so data is stored in the form of object. Instead of using primary key, it make use of OID to uniquely identify the every record in the database. Then it supports OOPS concepts, as its name suggests, object oriented database. It supports OOPS concept, and in case of RDBMS, generally we use SQL language to make particular operation. Suppose we are dealing with object oriented database, then we are using OQL. OQL stands for object query language to access the database, and various examples of the object oriented database are Versant, O2, Gemstone and Ontos. These are the examples of object oriented database. So this is what a classification of database based on data model. Now again we discuss few benefits of object oriented database. It support OOPS concepts. It is efficient to handle huge amount of multimedia data. It allow extension of a data, and it can easily deal with multimedia data. But one problem with object oriented data is what? Lack of universal query language. See, object oriented database will make use of OQL, which is not a standard language as compared to SQL. So this is what a classification of database based on data model. Now next we discuss second parameter, classification of database based on architecture. So there are two architectures are there. One is a centralized architecture, and next one is distributed. So in case of centralized database, you can observe this. Here we follow client server architecture, where your database is present only on a single machine, and multiple users or multiple clients are connected with that server. So this is what a centralized database means. Database is present only at a one place, and number of users, or you can say client, are attached with that. So this is centralized database. Then next one is distributed database. See, distributed database is a combination of database technology with computer network. And what is the specialty of a distributed database? In case of distributed database, database is installed separately on all the client machine, but all the databases are interconnected with each other. That is a use of a distributed database. Means all the sites here in this diagram, you can observe that site 1, 2, 3, 4. Separate database is installed on 4 sites, but all these 4 sites are connected with each other. That means they are physically here. Database is present physically at different location, but logically they are present at a single location. So this is what a specialty of a distributed database, because it's a fusion of database technology and computer network. Thank you.